Hey everybody, welcome to Slash Bash, where today I am bringing you another Choosing Beggar Reddit video. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe, and help me get to my goal of 10,000 subscribers. In our first story, a Choosing Beggar wants our OP to buy her son a video game console, since he can afford to buy two. Let's jump right in. Okay, this is too perfect not to share here. So I buy the new Cyberpunk 2077 for my PS4, but god, that game has issues. One of them was the fact that the game has so many crashes that it is impossible to play sometimes. So finally, I decided to buy a PS5. Here, a PS5 is $4,699. If you want cheap things, don't come to Brazil. So I decided to head over to a store that sells them and grab one. And yeah, I love my girlfriend, but that thing, it was love at first sight. I was just about to pay for my new baby when I heard a woman screaming, "This is very expensive!" Of course, I go over to see what was going on. I see a mother and her children throwing a tantrum because the game was too expensive, and I don't blame her. To pay more than $4,000 for a video game is heartbreaking. She was arguing with the manager and an employee, so I just watched. If someone turned aggressive, I could step in and stop them to prevent anyone from getting hurt. The mother sees me and comes over to me. I just waited, thinking that she just wanted to talk about the price. This is very common here. People discuss the price to see if we know a cheaper place to buy, then we go there. But god, was I wrong. She started to ask me to pay for a console for the kid who was crying and screaming about how he wanted the game. Sorry ma'am, even one of these game consoles is too expensive, so to buy two of them is way too much, especially when one of them is not for me. But my son really just wants a video game for Christmas. You are not really going to be selfish and be worried about the price, right? Sorry, but two of them will be more than $8,000. But I do have a game at home that I was about to sell. If he wants one, maybe I can go home and grab it for him. Now, I know how that sounds. Man, she is a choosing beggar. Why would you do that? Well, I just didn't know she was a choosing beggar at the time yet. And I never got a console when I was a kid, even though I really wanted one. So if I can give a console I don't need anymore to a kid and make his day, why not do that? But I was so wrong. Man, things went downhill so fast. The choosing beggar just smiled at me and called her son, who came over still crying. "This man is going to give you a console. Is it the one he is holding?" Sorry, but no, I have a console at home that I was about to sell. I think it is more worthwhile to give it to you. The kid smiled and gained a glow in his eyes. "Is it the new Xbox?" I chuckle a little. No, it is the PS4. The kid's smile disappeared so fast, and here we go. "Why give me the old one?" "Because I'm switching to this one." "Why don't you just give me that one since you already have one?" "Because I want this one. I came to buy this one. If I wasn't buying this one, I wouldn't even have a spare one." The woman and the kid started to tell me a very sad and heartfelt story. Nah, who do I want to trick? It was a pathetic and funny fake story about how hard it was for them to have good things, since she was a single mother and her boyfriend left her with the child and yada yada yada. So I looked at my cell phone and noticed something. My salary had come today. I almost forgot about it. I was going to buy today with some money that I had saved specifically for this. I have $5,000 to put to savings at the end of the month. So I smirk and look at the woman. "Look, isn't that funny? I just received my salary. Actually, I can buy two now." The woman and the child smile at me and then start to tell me how I was a great person, etc. So I grab an Xbox Series 10 and pay for it. Then I went right to the exit to leave as the woman followed after me. "So, you bought it?" "Yes, I have both of them right here." When she was about to call the child, I got into my car and turned on the engine. "Hey, where are you going?" "I'm going home to play my new games." She looked confused and asked me why, then reminded me that I said I was going to buy two and give one to her son. I said I could now buy two of them. I never said I was going to buy one for your son. and I just drove away listening to my music and laughing. Man, I don't know why, but I felt sorry for the little guy. Maybe if he was a little less spoiled and if his mama was not a choosing beggar, he might be at home playing Fortnite on the PS4. His loss. Now, I have a PS4, a PS5, and an Xbox, and I don't even know where I can put the Xbox now. Here's an update. My sister told me something and I like the idea. A church near me is taking donations of Christmas presents for people who can't afford them. Since I have stopped my Xbox account, now I don't have an account on Xbox Live or on games, so I took the game there. They can give it as a present to someone, which is a much better use for the big black fridge called Xbox Series 10. Story 2 shows us a choosing beggar who needs money from his friends to help pay for the boring things in life. This is the story of something that happened around 2017-2018. Unfortunately, no screenshots, so just text this time. An important background information is that where I am from, there are multiple forms of taxes. There are the general taxes that you pay once a year to the state, but there is also something called municipal taxes that help the city that you live in pay for maintenance of roads, parks, etc. It also pays for your trash to be picked up. The setting is my Facebook wall. I am happily scrolling and selling my personal information and my soul to Mark when a post made by a friendly acquaintance catches my eye. Now, it is important to know that this acquaintance prizes himself in doing as little as possible at work, and thus has been let go from multiple companies since I've known him. He is also a very avid geek, visiting every festival, every con, every movie premiere, doing LARP events every weekend, both national and international, and building elaborate costumes for each and every one, spending hundreds of euros on it. So, I have been caught by surprise by this year's municipal taxes. I have had some bad luck lately. My washing machine broke and I got some expensive speeding tickets. So to make a long story short, I don't have the money to pay for this. But I have 742 Facebook friends. If every one of you donates 78 cents to me, I will be able to pay this. If all of you donate €1, I will even have the start of a little bit of savings again in case something else breaks down. Multiple people reply that they are very willing to send him some money. Then, person A asks, "Don't you have a ticket to an expensive LARP event? I am willing to buy that off you for the same price as what you paid for it." Now, this ticket is worth about €350 and has been sold out for months. Thank you, but no thank you. I am not willing to part with that ticket. But that event is going to be really expensive. You have to drive to it on the other side of Europe, you'll have to pay for your own food, etc. Looking at it, you cannot afford to go anyways. I know, but I have money set aside for that. Imagine the sound of crickets. You can hear people think, wait, if you have money for that, why don't you pay your taxes with that money? People start asking, but don't you also have tickets for this event? And also for that event and for this event. Why don't you just sell those in order to pay your bills? Acquaintance keeps replying with variations on, I don't want to sell my tickets. Those are for events that I've been looking forward to. He just wants to have his cake and eat it too, do all the fun things, but avoid the responsibilities that an adult has by not allocating any money for taxes. Then, to add insult to injury, his ex-girlfriend responds to the thread posting a picture of a pile of money on what is clearly acquaintance's coffee table. Remember last year when I had to bail you out of this? You told me that you'd learned your lesson, that this would never ever happen again. So what happened? His post disappeared pretty soon after that. After all of this, I started paying attention to what he posts, and it's always, I need X, I need Y, I need Z. Who has this expensive and specialist piece of equipment? And could you do this or that for me for free? Even if people reply with, I know you can get Y for cheap at this store, he always answers with, no, I'm hoping I could use some that someone already has, so I don't have to buy my own. He's also always asking for photographers that would like to do time for pictures photo shoots with him in his latest costumes. He is never willing to pay anyone for anything. This is John from Slash Bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and want to see more of them, then hit that subscribe button. We'd love for you to drop a like, share it with your friends, and we will see you in the next one.